It is more than just a symbol. Let's explore the science, significance, and spiritual reasons behind the ancient forehead mark known as Urdhva Pundra. Many people in our country put on the Pundra religious mark on their foreheads. But if you ask those who apply it as to why they use it, you may not get a convincing answer. There are few basic questions which need to be answered. What is the characteristic of Pundra? Why should it be displayed on the forehead? Why are there so many varieties in it? It is said that there are more than 500 symbolic marks which are used. Traditionally, there are varieties of symbols, Urdhva Pundra, Tiriyak Pundra, etc., used on the forehead using different materials like Thiruman, white mud, Kunkuma, Bhasma, Vibhuti, Srigandha, and Gopi Chandana. Naturally arises out of these which is the right one and which is wrong. Let us find the answers for these questions now. Let us start with the illustration of image and its origin. As the source for a painting of a horse is the living horse itself, and one who has seen the real horse alone can identify the faults in the painting. Similarly, the pundras worn by the people and the different symbols that we see are all marks visualized by our Maharshis in their deep meditative states. The same marks have been seen by them inwardly, have been presented externally too. When this idea is understood by us, the sight of the same external marks would help us to be led into the inner spiritual world. In our country, the Maharshis explored deep into the spiritual plane and brought out to the world what they have visualized in the inner world. This practice is a reflection of the supreme spiritual advancement of the inner soul, Atman, that manifested in the ancient seeds of our land. Tattva and Yoga are combined in them. To summarize, these lanchanas or marks are capable of revealing profoundly the essence of the secrets of the Atman that are essential for the upliftment of mankind. That is exactly why our ancestors placed such a great emphasis on the lanchanas or marks. They declare that without these marks, the performance of traditional rituals like puja, homa, japa, etc., would not yield the desired fruits. The Urdhva Pundra is a distinctive symbol which a Sri Vaishnava wears on his forehead and also at specific locations above the navel. Urdhva Pundra is more familiar to all by the name Nama. When the paste is being applied at different locations on one's body, Keshava in the forehead, Narayana in the abdomen, Madhava in the chest region, Govinda in the neck center, Vishnu in the abdomen right side, Madhusudana in the right arm, Trivikrama in the neck right side, Vamana in the abdomen left side, Sridhara in the left arm, Hrishikesha in the neck left side, Padmanabha in the lower back, and Damodara in the back of the neck. One utters with reverence the different sacred names, namas of Mahavishnu and meditates on Paranjyoti Paramatman and Mahavishnu while applying these Urdhva Pundras. The Urdhva Pundra, which is in the form of three vertical lines, is applied from the center of the eyebrows up to the junction of the forehead and the hair on the forehead. It is necessary to reflect on the reasons as to why these symbols have been applied on the forehead and other parts of the body. The Maharshis of this Bharatavarsha, through the process of meditation and contemplation, entered the inner spiritual centers of the body and had the vision of the subtle and gross tattvas upholding the human body, culminating in the marvelous sight of the Supreme Brahman, which is the source and substratum of all. They traced the inner secret spiritual path with the help of prana and manas and reached the Brahmarandra, top of the skull, and there, with their inner eye, had the vision of Paravasudeva Narayana. Tadeva Narayana Sthalam Tadveta Muktibha Tristhanam cha Trimargam cha Tribrahma cha Trayaksharam Trimatram Ardhamatram va Yastam Vedasa Vedavit. These words establish the Jnana and Vijnana enshrined in the inner vision of Paramatman. The practice of applying Urdhva Pundra shows the connection to the Trinadis, which are Ida, Pingala, Sushumna, represented by the three lines. The three lines on the abdomen, chest region, neck, and forehead ultimately point towards and culminate in the Brahmarandra, which is the abode of Paravasadeva. This established that this is the place where a person's ultimate bliss lies. Let's know about Tiriyak Pundra. Those who worship Lord Shiva bear on their forehead three horizontal bands with bhasma. Since the life of those devotees of Shiva is associated with Tritagnis, namely Ahavaniya, Garhapatya, and Dakshinagni, these three are represented by the three bands. They also represent the three Vedas, namely Rig, Yajas, and Sama Veda. They are also the symbols representing the three syllables Akara, Ukara, and Makara of sacred Pranava. Thus, adorning the forehead with pundra does not mean merely filling the empty portion of the forehead. It is dependent on the individual's upasana, that is, mode of worship, and accordingly, everything is prescribed relating to its specific place, size, shape, and the specific material to be used. It should be exact representation of what is seen in the spiritual domain and the way it is visualized therein. It is the forehead where this pundra is applied. The forehead signifies the state which lies beyond creation. Finally, this should be taken in the spirit that we should lead our life in the remembrance of the Lord, and His distinctive mark should be present in everything. Srimate Sriranga Mahagurave Namaha.